Good afternoon, ya grade 3. Inshallah, in this video we are going to know the answers of 4 questions. The 4 questions are: how did we know about the extinct animals? What are fossils? How did it form? And what do fossils tell us about? Write down those questions in a piece of paper or in your copybook so you can answer them by the end of this video. First of all, how did we know about the extinct animals? Once all of them are dead, all of its kind do not exist anymore, we didn't see them before. Have you ever seen a dinosaur? Have you ever seen a live dinosaur? Have you ever seen a live mammoth? Have you ever seen the Tasmanian tiger? No, we didn't see all of that ever, and we are not going to see them once they are extinct. But how did we know about them? We know about the extinct animals through finding their fossils. Fossils. What is fossils? Fossils are the remains of dead living things from a long time ago, from millions of years, millions and millions of years. So, remains of the dead living thing from very long time is called fossils. These remains may be bones that turned into rocks, maybe whole body like the mammoth, they found it whole body trapped in an ice cube, maybe an insect trapped in the tree glue. Some trees give us substance or something called amber. Amber is a kind of glue. When insect stuck in this glue, it die and fossilize for millions of years, and we can find it trapped in this glue for millions of years, after millions of years. Okay, and this is considered to be a fossil. So fossil can be bone, whole body like the mammoth which was trapped in an ice cube, or some insects that trapped in the glue of the tree, or maybe print, trace or print, impression of a living body that used to be in this place for millions of years, like this starfish fossil, this snail fossil. Maybe print or trace. What the meaning of trace? Trace means things that I left behind me. Like, for example, if I'm walking and I left my footprint behind me, this is my traces. Fine. Let's see some examples of fossils or remains, which means what left behind the dead living body. So fossils are remains of dead living things. Any remains? No, it must be from thousands and millions of years. They are important because they tell us about what the world was like a long time ago. Let's see some pictures of them. Starfish impression, or a starfish fossil, or a starfish print. This used to be a living thing, and this is a fossil as we find it, and it was there for millions and millions of years. Dinosaur fossil, dodo bird fossil, seashell print or impression or trace of a seashell, and this is a fossil. Some of you can ask me a question: Miss Gad, is the shell a living thing? The shell itself is not living, but the animal which live inside the shell is a living thing. There is an animal live inside the shell, and it's a living thing. That's why this is a trace or a print of living thing. So it's a fossil. The bones that turned into rock, the dinosaur bones that turned into rock, is a fossil. Some plant impression or print, fossil. Joystick, can I say fossil? Think about it. Is it living? Of course not. Joystick is not living. That's why we cannot give it the name of fossil, because fossil must be for a living thing from millions and millions of years, from very long time ago. Fossil of a fish, seahorse fossil, starfish, some starfishes fossil, group of fossil, fish, dragonfly, snail or shell, and some plants, some kinds of grasshopper fossil. Now we know about so many different kinds of fossils. I'll show you something really interesting. Our friend Hamza in 3C gave it to me actually. We have to thank him. This is a fossil of a dinosaur. They found it and they said that this dinosaur used to be on Earth from 155 million years ago. Can you see how it looks like? A herbivore dinosaur that used to eat from the trees. It has a very long neck, and this is a kind of adaptation to eat from high trees. Can you see? The paleontologists or the paleontologists or scientists which dig for fossils while trying to find its fossil, the bones that turned into rocks. They found its fossil in a complete form, but they found it with a broken tail. They said that maybe happened because of fighting with other wild animal, and they bite its tail and broke it. They said that this fossil is a very, very big one. It's taller, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 humans over each other. And can you see how long it is? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 cores. The width of 5 cores. It used to be very big actually. Thank you Hamza very much for giving us this great information and this great resource. Now let's see a video to know how fossils forms and what is fossil.
Hi, I'm Emerald Robinson, and in this What Is video, we're going to investigate pieces of our past called fossils. Many of us think of fossils as just the remains of dinosaurs. In order to qualify as a fossil, an object must be at least several thousand years old. But the oldest fossils have been determined to be about 3.5 million years old. Paleontologists, the scientists that study prehistoric life, define a fossil as any type of physical evidence of ancient life. Fossils can be tracks left behind by an animal, impressions of plant leaves in a rock, ancient burrows and dens, or an entire insect perfectly preserved in tree sap that has crystallized into amber. Skeletal fossils are made when an animal dies and are buried very quickly beneath layers of fine rock and dirt called sediment. Decomposers, like bacteria and fungi, break down the animal's skin, muscle, and organ cells, leaving just the bones. Over time, many more layers of sediment accumulate on the skeleton, causing pressure to squeeze out any water left in the bones and to fill in any spaces with minerals. This process, called lithification, results in the stone skeletons we see in museums. Since plants don't have a skeleton, it's much rarer to find a preserved plant. Instead, plants tend to leave a type of fossil called an impression. An impression forms in much the same way as a bone fossil, except that as the plant decomposes, it leaves a leaf print embedded in the rock. We've been able to find fossils that have been buried for billions of years because the Earth's geology is constantly changing. Fossils have given us valuable clues to the Earth's past, and who knows what's still buried for us to find.
Yes, as she said, let's replay the video and talk about what happened there.
Robinson, and in this What Is video, we're going to investigate pieces of our...
Let's see. The dinosaur fossils, the fish fossil, the snail fossil, the dinosaur bones. She's saying that the oldest fossil found is from 3.5 billion years. Can you imagine? 3.5 billion years. T-Rex fossil, Those are the paleontologists while digging for fossils, trying to find out the fossils, because those are the scientists that study fossils and keep digging for them. Can you see? Paleontologists while finding the fossil. Fossils are not only bones that turned into rock. It can be traces. Can you see the footprint of the animal? Print on a rock. Insect trap in the tree glue. Whole insect trapped in the tree glue. Now we are going to see how the bones of the dinosaur turned into rock and be a fossil. Number 1, the bone must be buried quickly in the soil. And soil, sand and mud accumulate over the body. The whole body decay. Microorganisms, worms and insects eat the body and decay it. Sand and mud press the bones and let the water inside the bones go out. So water inside the bones, leave it. Sand and mud enter inside the bones and turn it into rocks. As we said, fossils are not only bones. It can be impression or print of a plant like this. These plants decompose and leave a print. It's print on the rock. Let's answer a sheet now about the fossils. We answered it in the class, but let's answer it again. Fossilization is the process when bones turn into rock over many thousands of years. Fossils are a great clue of what life on Earth used to be like. This is how we know so much about dinosaurs, from the fossils that we have found. But do you know how fossils form? Stage 1. Not all dinosaurs turn into fossil. When dinosaurs die, it needs the ideal conditions to become a fossil. What are the ideal conditions for fossilization? What must happen at first for the bones to turn into rock, for the bones of the dinosaur to be a fossil? A. Its body is quickly buried in sand and mud. B. Its body lay on the top of the mud and in the sun. C. Its body is eaten by predators. And as I said, predators are the animals which eat the body of the other animal. Is going to be 1. A. Its body must be quickly buried in sand and mud, so it decompose by the or it decay by microorganisms, worms and insects, and then the sand, mud press the body, and the water get out press the bones and water get out of the bones, so mud and sand enter inside them and it turns into rock. So the answer is number 1. Its body is quickly buried in sand and mud. Two. Most of dinosaur soft parts are eaten or rot, or we can say decay. What parts of the dinosaur does this include? Circle the 3 correct answers from the list below. Skin, teeth, muscles, organs, or bones. The answer is going to be skin, muscles, and organs. All of the soft parts in the body are going to be turned to be decay, while teeth and bones are going to turn into rock. Stage 3. Next, the dinosaur bones harden into solid rock. The dinosaur bone harden and become very hard to be a rock. What makes the dinosaur bones harden? What makes them being hard? Heat from sand and mud, minerals in the water and the ground, weight of the soil and rock on top of them. Right, it's going to be minerals in the water and the ground. Stage 4. With a bit of luck and a lot of skill, the preserved remains of the dinosaurs are found thousands of years later by a human. Can you name one type of person who looks for the fossils? Paleontologist. Excellent. Paleontologist. Now we know how did we know about the extinct animals? What are fossils? How did it form? What do fossils tell us about? Sure, fossils tell us about history of animals. Which animal used to live on Earth from millions of years ago, which we didn't see them. And it also tell us about something else. As I asked you question, the very famous question in the class, if you found a fossil of a fish in our playground, what that means? It means this place used to be a sea from very, very long ago. Fine. So, if I found the fossil of a flower, a very beautiful flower that die and decay on a piece of rock and left its print for millions of years, so this gonna be its fossil. If we found this fossil, the fossil of flower, in the desert, what that means? It means that this desert used to be a very beautiful garden. So the fossil tell us about the history of places and history of animals in our Mother Earth. And thank you very much. Hope you are waiting for the next video. Bye bye.